Hello students, welcome to this ethics class. Now we will discuss 2014 4b. Again, before watching this video, attempt this question at least once on your own. There is a heavy ethical responsibility on the public servants because they occupy positions of power, handle huge amounts of public funds, and their decisions have wide-ranging impact on society and environment. What steps have you taken to improve your ethical competence to handle such responsibility? Again, it is a very subjective paper. You can write your answer in a number of ways. You have to develop your own answer. Here on purpose I have crossed the word limit in this answer to try to include as many points and as many arguments as possible. But in exam you have to write your answer well within 150 words. Here I am saying in advance that I have crossed the word limit on purpose to try to include as many points and arguments as possible. I have also expanded the points very much so that I can give a comprehensive picture. But in exam I will remove many points and I will write well within 150 words. So these are some of the steps taken. I have understood that once basic needs are satisfied, mental happiness becomes important. As such, ethics has major role in mental peace and happiness. Materialism has no role here and is major reason for rising depression and suicide levels. Thus materialism fails to be a good motivating factor. I have focused on and developed significant emotional intelligence that enables me to understand issues of various stakeholders effectively with empathy. This allows me to work immediately with good effort to solve these issues effectively. This also allows me to put away anger, hatred, violence, etc. negative emotions that lead to falsehood without clear thinking and end up hurting myself and people around me. I appreciate the complexity of truth, importance of fairness in decision making, and difficulties in achieving fairness. I understand that moral and civilized forces are stronger in our society with open public discourse, democracy, and constitutional values. As such, any forms of intimidations, blackmails, and threats to do wrong things are not to be worried about. They are bogus and they cannot be carried out. I have understood that values are fundamental in functioning of our society and their upholding is of paramount importance for a civilized, innovative, cooperative, non-violent, empathetic, rational and livable society. As such, I even apply these values in personal life as much as I possibly can. All the above also help in understanding that success is not an end but a journey and is not measured in artificial variables like money or position, but in real variables like brilliance, perseverance, and personality development. This further alienates materialism. So if we see it comes to around 264 words, I have on purpose expanded this answer very much to try to address the issue broadly. But in exam we have to write this answer well within 150 words. So majorly I tried to include the points that role of ethics in mental happiness, and I have focused on emotional intelligence. And third part I have presented is that truth is very complex and achieving fairness is very difficult, and I understand that. So it means that when you think and when you understand society more, you understand that truth is very complex and achieving fairness is one of the difficult things. So only when you understand, only when you have good understanding, you are able to tell such things. Otherwise we cannot be completely fair. It is not easy to be fair. It is not easy to explore and understand truth. And next we said that moral and civilized forces are stronger in our society. So this allows us to make moral choices, to not be this allows us to make moral choices and to not be intimidated by blackmails and threats. So that is also very important to act ethically in public service. And also we are saying that we have understood that ethics is fundamental in functioning of our society. And also we have based on all these things, we found that success is not an end but a journey. That is, and the real variables which measure success are something like brilliance, perseverance, and personality development, and not artificial variables like money or position. These are some of the important things, and when we understand these things, clearly, then we can be very ethical in our society, in our public service. So this is how we strengthen our ethical competence. Understanding these things is very essential. These are the fundamental bedrocks that form the basis for our ethical competence. So when we understand that civilized forces are stronger in our society, we wouldn't be intimidated by blackmails and threats. And when we understand that materialism has no role in our happiness, we don't go for materialism. This itself prevents many ethical dilemmas. And when we develop emotional intelligence, it helps us in making ethical choices easy. And when we understand the complexity of truth, when we understand that fairness is difficult, that means we have already done enough research on society, enough research on everything. And we have also understood that values are fundamental in functioning of our society. Until we understand that, we won't uphold the values. We have understood that without values we cannot sustain the society. And next we have and based on all these things, we found that success is a journey and not an end. So ethics is a very subjective paper. Similarly, you can develop your own arguments, make your own points, and develop your own examples. So that is all. Thank you.